Greetings, Culturians, and welcome back to the channel. I oftentimes get tweeted at or included in people's tweets when they're trying to make a point or point something out that's going on in the world around us. Now, most of them are oriented around the entertainment business and the business of entertainment, which makes a lot of sense because that's obviously what this channel is focused on. Well, something was said by Justine Bateman recently that I think is a brilliant idea and something that would certainly be well worth some investigation, but only if certain laws that were changed on the books a few years ago were to be relaxed a little bit. So let's take a look at what Justine said and what I think is a very good idea. Here we go. Now, before we get started, just a real quick reminder, I'm trying to get to 50K, which means double check you're still subscribed to the channel, and if not, hit that red button, turn it to gray, and then turn on all the notifications so you don't miss anything and the dozens of pieces of information and entertainment that I pass along each and every week. Now, let's take a look, starting with the tweet from Justine herself, which, again, she said a lot of great things about entertainment and called out a lot of Hollywood for basically imploding, driving itself into the ground, or just plain falling out of love with doing what they used to do, which is entertaining people. And she says to AMC Theaters, Cinemark, and Regal Movies, you have the control of theater distribution. And she's 100% right. Here in the United States, those are the major chains. Those are the ones that are across the country and fill up the multiplexes in most cities. She says take control of the production pipeline as well, which means make things. Make deals directly with filmmakers for production of films with exhibition window lengths that you dictate. In other words, not the studio windows or the windows that streaming services might grant you if Netflix were to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, but actually make real deals with real filmmakers to bring real films to real screens that you own and control and collect more of the money from, because that's what this would do. If you'd make deals directly with filmmakers for production of films with exhibition windows that you dictate, you can do the theater distribution that streamers are doing with online distribution. And not only that, maybe you act as an interim for negotiating a lease period between a creator and a streamer. That would be interesting. Become the actual middleman that you were supposed to be. We can get the money easily with pre-distribution deals set with you. In other words, instead of going out and buying a gold mine, like something that Aaron tried to do with AMC Theaters a few times, pay for a few movies. I think you'd get more out of it. And look, if there are billion-dollar films being made that you're funding and, pre-production is taken care of and you're giving a nice slice of the pie to the creator and their production companies, you're in great shape. This seems like a genius idea. What do you think? Well, the story gets more interesting when you take a look at the following tweet. The Paramount decrees of 1948 that it may be illegal for companies to both make the film and own the theaters expired in 2022. In other words, there is nothing legally barring theaters from being involved in the production of films that they show. There is plenty of funding that can be brought in by the filmmakers for these productions. There are entire film companies that actually do this. And of course, Chris Gore, being Chris Gore, who we all know and love, responds the same way that I would. Let's go. Indeed. Let's go. Let's reach out to the people out there who are creative enough to launch these endeavors. Let's skip the studio system that seems to be failing us as far as entertainment is concerned and turn the business of making movies back into an entertainment business enterprise and not one that's utilized to produce propaganda, which is, well, essentially what the studios are being utilized for right now. And it's not just here in the States, it's around the globe. This is something that could morph into something more important. Now, there are regional theater companies out there that own regions of territories that would cover over 2 or 3 or more states that could certainly get into this kind of a model as well. It wouldn't just have to be the 3 big boys here in the States. But this kind of model could get infectious, and we could see it in other countries around the globe. And wouldn't that be kind? I'll say this. I think that not only is Justine onto something, I think she's done her homework, because I still thought that for whatever reason, it was illegal for the film's exhibitors to get into the film business. I'm glad that I'm wrong. So with regard to what Justine posted here, what do you think? Do you think she's onto something? Do you think we should do this? Do you think this is where the model should go? Do you think this is where entertainment should have been all along? Or do you think that we're still going to be stuck with these studio intermediaries that are no longer in the business of entertaining you, but some other business that frankly isn't in our, the consumer, best interest? Let me know your thoughts on this and what you think of her tweet, what you think of the further expanded ideas, and what do you think about other people that are equally excited for this to happen, including the person that sent me this tweet that I will now say thank you for. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below, and hit the thumbs up button right now so you don't miss the opportunity or forget it. And as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. Maybe at a new version of the movies.